see if I can do this. Can you see that? So I'm going to make a cutter to cut up plastic for a plastic extruder to make filaments for a 3D printer, basically. Somebody wants me to make one. And I drew some stuff out, and then I got the guy gave me some printouts that he rendered in a 3D program. So, and it's been fun to figure this out. I took the project on, and from my position, I have to know how to cut the teeth in the shaft. Picked up here and there over the years. And if you're a lathe guy, you know what this is. It's a lathe dog. I'm doing this guy between centers. And to do that, you got to grab this guy with the lathe dog. Normally it goes like this, it clamps on and hooks into the chuck. This guy's kind of big for my lathe. It will swing it, but it almost, you know, that little lathe jumped up and down like a kid getting candy at Halloween, man. It was crazy. So I ended up making one that just fits on my 4-jaw chuck, and it can clamp on either end. If you can see close to this, this end's the one that was in the lathe dog, and now I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to machine this end back down to here, to this size. So, should be an interesting project. Right here is going to be the cutter, and I'm going to do it the hard way. I'm basically going to use a cutoff tool to cut a series of grooves, certain depth, so there'll be thin, you know, little ribs sticking out between all those grooves, and then I'm going to use the mill to put cutting teeth on it in a circle around there, and then drive this against another piece of hardened steel. In that case it'll probably be A2 steel, where these little cutters will fit through the groove in the A2, and it'll make a nice little spot to grab the plastic and snip off a chunk, and we're aiming for around 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters. So stay tuned. You get down the bottom, you gotta let it eat itself till it's just hanging there. It's done cutting, and then I spin it. This is just something I designed stuff in my head and then I put it on paper. This is what you're seeing right here. See it? 34 millimeters by 305 roughly. So I'm back on the plastic shredder project. Oh, I am 15 and 9/10 of a thousandths away from my target. 15 thousandths, 16 basically. And it fractures me because I've been taking 8 thousandths cuts. And I got to the last one. And yeah, about the last one, thought I better check it. And I'm basically 8 thousandths away right now. Because it's 16 thousandths diameter and I'm taking 8 thousandths aside. So, yahoo. The lathe is working really good. Okay. See where we're at. I took 14 thousandths and I'm 2 thousandths shy. That's pretty accurate, I gotta tell you. Going to take a little bit of clearance, so I'm going to take 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm about got about 4 thousandths aside for the little bearing that goes on there. Let's see. That's a nice thing about a steady rest in between centers. It just sits there. Let's see. Yep. Looks like it overshot it a hair, but it's going to be right there. Self-centering bearing anyway, so not too shabby. Whee. There it is. Oh, where am I? That's weird. Oh, I see. Too far away. Let's see. There it is. So this guy, it's got a reference here and here for the bearings to seat against, and now I got to make the frame to hold it, to drive it, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But when I'm all done, and I'll cut all the teeth on this. Okay, so there's the main event. Cutter shaft. It's got a long side for motor attachments and stuff, and a stubby side for just the other half. So now I got to get some metal to make the chute that goes around it, and I can proceed on the rest. Now, I haven't cut the teeth on that thing yet, because I don't want them on there while I'm trying to fit this thing together. When I get everything figured out and it's all perfectly lined up and it's got all the slots, the last thing I'm going to do is put the teeth on it. So between now and then it's just round discs. I'll probably tape them up to keep them from getting banged up. Yahoo!